Greetings, Earthlings.
And our fellow extraterrestrials.
Signal here.
Boy Static. This is the Visitor.
And you are now being watched.
Observation has begun. You are being watched.
Ladies and gentlemen,
family.
we have a great show for y'all today.
Right.
Very interesting one. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this one had me like, yeah, we gotta get this to the people. The title basically of this one is Aliens Are Walking Among Us. Now, by that title alone,
Yeah, that is crazy. It makes you wonder, but
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of crazy, you know what I mean? Aliens are walking among. I always felt like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like you don't know, like, basically, not to, like, compare this, but when you downtown in 42nd Street, you don't know who's the millionaire, you know what I mean? They walking right by you every day, and you wouldn't know who's who. So, who's telling that ain't no reptilian or another type of alien
shapeshifter, a gray or green.
walking by you? So let's get into this video. Shout out to Jesse Michaels Clips.
Right.
Salute to you. I'm gonna put his page on the screen. Bow.
Check them out.
There you go. Check him out right there. And yeah, let's get into this video.
I want to talk about Philip J. Corso.
Yes.
You have maybe the last interview with him alive.
Yeah.
He obviously wrote The Day After Roswell.
Yes.
He was head of the Pentagon's foreign technology desk.
Mm-hmm.
And
he was a witness to the creatures.
Maybe he was a witness to
he
the
says he
creatures.
was.
He says he was, but in The Day After Roswell, that was also co-written by William J. Burns.
Right.
And that might have been...
People, you know, I gotta keep y'all informed right away. He's talking about the Roswell crash. A lot of y'all don't know what happened. Y'all gotta look it up. Like, matter of fact, get on your chat GPT real quick.
Right.
We're gonna give y'all a little quick rundown on what happened on Roswell, because a lot of people don't know about this, so we want to keep people in tune, you know, keep them up to date information.
Y'all here with us, in tune, check.
Okay, chat GPT, like, we want to know what happened the day that Roswell crashed.
In July 1947, near the small town of Roswell, New Mexico, a rancher discovered unusual debris on his land. It was lightweight and unlike anything he'd seen. At first, the military said it was a crashed weather balloon. But later, many people believed it was a UFO. This sparked decades of conspiracy theories and made the Roswell conspiracy the biggest name in UFO lore.
Back to the story.
He was taken in at Fort. It was okay. So they started the journey in Roswell by truck, I believe it was, and some of the debris went to Wright Pat on an airplane. But I think the bodies, according to Corso,
Yeah.
there was a stop along the way. In any case, he said that he'd heard that there were some bodies, and they went in and they opened up the caskets, and he saw the body from the Roswell.
No way.
Yeah.
In early July 1947, Corso was post-duty officer in Fort Riley, Kansas. There, he claims to have seen a body transported from an airbase in New Mexico.
I went back and there was 5 crates there, like 5 or 6, I think it was 5. I lifted one up and here's this body there and floating in fluid. First I thought it was a child because it was small. Then I looked at this head and all. And this was only happened in a matter of seconds. Then I put the end back down, and the head was different, the arms were spindly, the body, it was gray. So right at that moment, I figured...
First of all, he said he seen the body and he thought it was a little kid, but then he got up close on it, basically, I'm guessing, and he seen that the body was gray.
So
and as we know,
we all know that's a gray. That's one
a
of the
gray.
grays.
One of the grays, and we already know it's hundreds of grays. Like, if you didn't know, like, the grays is like they run deep. Yeah. So if it's 10 grays, probably 8 of them is bad. It's 2 good
It's alleged
civilizations.
that they're the bad ones.
Correct.
Really
Yep.
not good, but
Uh-huh.
we're gonna keep on. Facts.
I figured, I don't know what this thing is. So like in the intelligence business, I just better put it in the back of my head here and wait till maybe in the future I get corroboration so I can evaluate what it is.
Yeah,
And he
told me
said that in your interview?
Yes. It was really funny, actually, because when I went to the 50th anniversary of the Roswell case that took place in 1997 in Roswell, New Mexico, and it was a scene because we had like members of Congress. There was Congressman Schiff, I think it was, who was saying like, I don't know what's going on here, but I've been getting, I've been getting like stiff armed by the Air Force, and I'm making inquiries. And why would you fly a weather balloon under armed guard? Like,
And he
all
noted
this-
that all of the Roswell stuff was deleted.
Oh,
all
yeah,
the
yeah. He
archival
was-
material in the
and they
government.
sent him to an agency knowing that agency didn't have anything. And this was all happening. More people were coming forward. And then boom, this guy, Philip Corso, who apparently, according to him, he told me this directly from his mouth to my ears. He said that they rushed the book to print with William Burns because they wanted to ride the coattails of the 50th anniversary of Roswell and all the attention it was getting, and that there were a lot of discrepancies in the book that he was upset about. That this is what he told me, and I when he came to Roswell, there was a flurry of activity in one of the hangars, and he was surrounded by all these news reporters. Oh my Lord, you should have seen it. It was a feeding frenzy. And I'm looking at him, and
My thing is this. Like, why is it mad news reporters there? Like, why is it like so much commotion going on in this hangar? You get what I'm saying?
Something that we don't know.
Like,
They always get they be getting the juice. So
you feel me? Like, I'm just saying, if all of these people, and you hear about the Men in Black, like, basically, see, like, you know what I mean? Static laughing. I'm just trying to tell you, like, the Men in Black, man, they pressing people. If you saw something, they gonna come for you, like, suited up, and they gonna press you like you ain't see nothing. If you love your family,
splash.
you know what I'm saying? Splash, you ain't see it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never see it. So that's all I'm saying. Like, these people's out here. There's too many stories. Like, if you keep hearing it, somebody ain't, you know what I mean? They ain't lying.
And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, I gotta get an on-camera statement. But I was just a little kid with a camera, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna elbow my way in there. I don't care. And I fought my way in there, and I got my camera, and I asked them a couple questions. In the movie, I'll give it to you. You can show it. And then the next day, I found out where he was staying, what hotel he was in. And I just like, you know what? I went to the reception. I said, "Oh, I've got a meeting with Philip Corso. I just forgot what room he's in. Would you mind?" And I went to the room, and oh, we were expecting you, and oh, really? Like, I was like, oh. So we sit down and we do an hour and a half long interview, whatever it was. I don't know, hour and a half. Got a lot of stuff out of him. Again, I'm happy to provide whatever you want. And then Michael Hesseman arrives, German guy, and he was late, and he was all sweaty and flustered. And apparently he had scheduled the interview that I got with Corso, but he showed up late. I showed up. I was in the right place at the right time. So I got this sit down interview with Corso when Michael Hesseman should have had it. And as it turns out, he was all flustered and he was late and he had no sound gear. So I gave him my sound gear, because when I got I would say it's about an hour and a half. And he talked about why he's coming forward, because of his grandkids. And he's like, I'm old, I'm going to die soon, but I want the world to know this thing happened. I was a witness. I saw. And I remember thinking, because there was a lot of controversy after he died, and he was no longer in a position to kind of correct the record, I guess. But I believed him. I looked him in the eyes, and I really did believe him.
See, I believe you. You hear how he's saying, look, hold on. I believe you.
I believe him.
You feel me? Like, look, I believe him.
And I think I still believe him to this day. And I think he got a really bad rap. And maybe it was too much too soon. I don't know. But he told me I'm coming forward for my grandchildren. And he goes, I saw the bodies. Like, he looked like a little kid, big head, big eye, all the typical spindly arms, spindly legs.
How many fingers?
I don't remember that part.
Because, it's interesting. You say in Virginia there were three fingers.
Digits, yeah.
And it was on the paper it's drawn, the three fingers or whatever, you recreate it. And I've seen beings in Peru that are skeletons with three fingers, the three toes and three fingers. And they carbon date to between 800 and 1700 years ago. And
Crazy.
one of them has a tridactyl fetus inside of it. So there's inheritance
What
between.
does tridactyl mean?
Tridactyl means 3 fingers. So one of them has a
Digit, right, okay.
a fetus with 3 fingers and 3 toes in it.
Wow.